what's up YouTube? So I just wanted to show you something. It's a collection that I got. So let me let's go in the other room so I can show you this epic collection. Alright, anyway, not an energy drink collection, a different collection. Let me show you. So yeah, let's go in here. Alright, we got all this like fucking shades of like piss. You see, they got the dark right here. We got a light lemonade kind of version right here with the, you know, like a lemonade color right here. This is fairly new actually. It's just like a dehydrated, dark looking piss, color of piss. It's got foam at the top. Another like lemonade color. Like, this is probably like the lightest sample I have of urine.
From bad moms, cringe men, mysterious cooks, foreskin obsessors, child preds, child stalkers, and even a poop enthusiast, there's absolutely no end or even a lack of content when it comes to mental insanity on the internet. For some reason, it's become such a common thing to use the internet to blast your bad behaviors for everyone to see, and we do it just so unapologetically, and it just fucking baffles me. We're all guilty of it, and, you know, to some extent, even me, you know, video games frustrate me, and sometimes I act a fool and break controller on stream, you know, or I find a pedophile or any pedophile supporters, and I make sure that their behavior is known, their online presence is known. Well, that's getting a group of people to go into their chats and give them the what for, you know, give them a good old "you're a fucking predator" in their chat. Tell them how much of a piece of shit they really are. I'm trying to do our best to make sure that their real life is just as miserable as possible. And I've done it all, you know. Most of it's unconventional, but it's pretty effective. But it's up there on the internet for everyone to see, and you know, whether you agree or disagree with the ways I go after these bad people, you know, I see it as a service, and you know, I'm happy to do that service. So why am I saying this in the first place? Well, it's to give you a broader understanding of just how idiotic these people are, and just how I go about dealing with them. Today's subject is more of a clown than an evil person, and to be honest, I figured, you know, why not cover him? You know, he is part of a, you know, I wouldn't really say a myth, but more of a legend, you know, because he's no longer on the internet as far as I know, but my God, is it just an interesting little story. Today, we're talking about YouTube's piss collector, Timothy Rench.
Greetings, Internet. It's me again, Dr. Caffeine. And I wanted to make another video about caffeine, because it would be a lot of fun for me to do so.
This is Timothy K. Rench. This is a ripstick, and this is about 56 bottles of Tim's piss. Yeah, you heard that right. This is Tim's proudest moment. In fact, he was so proud that he even posted it to his Facebook, though we are getting a little ahead of ourselves. Let's back it up just a bit. Timothy K. Rench was born on May 10th, 1996 in Norristown, Pennsylvania, where he was raised by his mother, Patricia. Growing up, it seems that Tim had an alright childhood, his mom seemingly being a bit overprotective and a little overbearing, but, you know, loving nonetheless. You know, when it comes to being a parent, there isn't a set in stone correct way to do it. And all you can do is really just love and nurture and protect them as much as possible. And it seems that's all that Tim's mom really wanted for him. But in some instances of raising a child, you can try your hardest and yet they still grow into a weird and sometimes criminal human. Tim here may not necessarily be a criminal, but the dude certainly grew up to be interesting and weird, to say the least. I mean, he collects bottles of piss, and he was seemingly in high school until he was about 26 years old. And he also likes to talk like a tough guy. Editor, you want to put a clip of him talking?
Hey guys, how are you? David DeFranco here from GearPop.com. Today's video is all about this bad boy. Halo 4 Mountain Dew Game Fuel, finally.
Hey, what's up YouTube? It's your man Tim back again with another video, you know what I'm saying, making a fresh video for you guys. I have a ton of stuff I gotta get rid of in my room. A ton of stuff I want to cover. I have a lamp right there. Another lamp right there. I have a couple trophies over here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trophies over there. 2 calendars. Some artwork. And some stickers. Bottles and bottles of Mountain Dew. Here's something I really wanted to show you right here. That's 30 bottles of urine. That's disgusting. And I know that's gonna get old over time, dude. It's definitely gonna get old. I mean, I could flush it all down the toilet, but then I'd be wasting it all. So I might as well just save it. But those are all the Mountain Dews.
Now, you're probably asking how exactly I found this guy and what makes him weird. Yeah, he pisses in bottles, but what is it that makes him interesting enough for me to garner my attention? Well, when I was researching for my Anderson Henderson documentary, you know who Daniel Larson is, right? Well, if we all work together, we could actually make another Daniel Larson with Anderson Henderson, but we all have to work together for this one movement, you know? If you don't know anything about Anderson Henderson, you should probably just check that video out. A certain name kept popping up, and maybe it wasn't that often, but it still caught my eye, and I figured, you know, I would try to see how this guy ties in. I made it a point in the Anderson documentary that Steve actually started out as a fell troll on Skype, and as it may turn out, Skype seemed to be the missing link between the two. And upon digging around, I found out that Tim was actually in the same boat. Now, I tried my hardest to find any kind of archives or you know, any uploads of his Skype calls, but they seemed, just like with Timothy Rench, it seems that the entirety of everything he's ever done has just been kind of wiped off the internet, which is so sad. You know how I am. You guys have seen enough of these documentaries to know that I absolutely just wish that, you know, somebody would document all of these idiots, you know. But anyways, just as it is with the case for most of these bottom feeder weird tubers, there's very limited footage of anything due to all of them deleting their own videos and nobody archiving them, which is pretty much become a common problem for me. I try to cover lolcows that are pretty obscure, nobody's really heard about them, you know. I mean, some people have heard about Nick, some people have heard about Pamps, but you know, I like to cover the ones that aren't like Cyrax or Daniel Larson or just all these that's just basically just kicking a dead horse, you know. Now, what I did find is that he apparently hates gingers, going so far as to make it his Skype and YouTube handles under the name of GingerKiller99, but that's really all I could find on this particular disdain, as he hasn't ever really expressed why he hates gingers, he just does, you know. Now, this hatred for gingers would also bear its head a little bit, as it would become a requirement to join his cult or his gang. You know, oh, I didn't mention that, did I? Yeah, he's tried to start a gang. Let's, you know, I guess that's a perfect segue. We'll get into what his gang is. You know, what is it about? Tim decided it would be a wonderful idea to make in quotation marks, a gang. He called it Seven Ols, and upon visiting this now deleted Seven Ols channel, or OLS, I don't know, and however you want me to pronounce it, I'll pronounce it. That's just a common thing in my videos. There's a lot of people that want to make, you know, I wouldn't really say make fun, but they like to correct me on the way I you know, pronounce words, and it's just like, you know, thanks. But really, who cares? Anyways, upon visiting his now deleted Seven Ols channel through the archives, you can see a plethora of videos, most of them consisting of songs of Christian rap artist KJ52 and videos about Mountain Dew. There are some correlations between KJ52 and Mountain Dew, as KJ actually has a few songs where he demands someone give him Mountain Dew.
I can't help it. I'm addicted. Give me that Mountain Dew. I ain't playing with you. You better give me my Mountain Dew.
And I'm not gonna lie, I actually listened to KJ52 back when I was a kid. I'd have to say I did enjoy his music, though it has not grown with me. I actually don't like the guy anymore, but his Mountain Dew songs are they're pretty funny. I don't necessarily know if these things had a major effect on him, but nonetheless, it turns out that Tim is in fact a hardcore Christian. He's absolutely obsessed with Mountain Dew. He's obsessed with the Mountain Dew to the point where he collects the bottles, you know, he just keeps them around for some odd reason. Tim's first ever video on his channel, like pretty much all of his videos, have been wiped from the internet, but in this screenshot you can see a description of that very video that explains what Seven Ols is and what you have to do to be a part of it. And this is what it says. Haha, so in this video I'm explaining what the Seven Ols gang is all about and how I want to get more people involved in our gang. You can't do any kind of hardcore drugs like crack, cocaine, meth, etc. You have to have a YouTube channel, and you can't have any type of guns, and you have to drink Mountain Dew, and do your first graffiti tag, and it has to be Seven Ols related. Our colors are red and black. You have to wear baggy clothes. Anyone who wears skinny jeans, regular jeans, or any type of clothes that I don't approve of, then the guy or girl will be immediately and permanently disqualified from the gang, completely. You have to be 15 plus to be a part of this gang. The Seven Ols gang isn't for kids, which I'll talk about this in a little bit, but 15 to 17 is a kid, but okay. I was explaining how I'm returning to YouTube now, and I discussed a bunch of other things too. So be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to see a lot more videos from me. This is the 7 Ols gang. Thanks for watching. So this gang he was trying to start up didn't really do anything or go anywhere. The only real thing that ever came of it was the possibility of a couple of losers spray painting stuff on some buildings. Other than that, there was just really just nothing from them. You know, they would get together on Skype, try to be some fell trolls. To be honest with you, without any contacts or videos from his channel, there's no real way to know. I mean, I'm sure somebody will come out and say something in the comments eventually, but you know, we're really not gonna know until we can get some videos archived. And also talking about this, you know, taking a closer look, I didn't really understand why or what he meant by you have to be 15 plus, but it's also not for kids. I mean, 15-year-olds up to 17-year-olds are still kids, so this dude is just like he's a complete fucking idiot. What's even weirder about any of this is that he says that this is he's returning to YouTube. This is his return to YouTube, but from all the information that I could pull and gather, I couldn't find any other channels that came before this one. And trust me, this idiot has a lot of deleted channels. Like he's got editor, why don't you mind pulling a footage up from Mountain Dew Man 4000. So this Mountain Dew Man 4000 account tells us a lot about his past, actually, and as you can see, that familiar name of Ginger Killer 99 pops up, but as it's deleted for whatever atrocities he's committed with it, we can't really see what it was about. Clicking on the description, you get this lovely little list of every other channel he has ever had. My god, he's had so many. He probably has more than old Anderson Henderson, and if that's the case, that's impressive as fuck. Anyways, his description reads as follows. My main account, Mountain Dew Man 3000, and 17 other YouTube accounts got permanently suspended. So I'm using this account now. You can contact me on this account for now. My main account, Mountain Dew Man 052, got compromised like 3 years ago, so I'm using this account. And 14 other YouTube accounts. Oh, and I also do sub for sub on this channel. I also have 18 suspended YouTube accounts, and a lot of people that comment on my channel are mad and or jelly, lol. Yeah, you heard that right, people. Tim is he's the final boss of getting banned from YouTube. This is insane. I know Tim was in high school until his late 20s, but if I'm reading this correctly, he claims to have 17 permaban accounts, 14 open and running accounts. At the time, most of all of them have been taken down by now, and 18 suspended accounts. And yes, there is a difference between permaban and suspended. I wouldn't know because I'm a good boy and I do good things on my YouTube channel. And that is until I stream, then things get pretty heated and people get scared. Anyways, Tim doesn't know when to stop, and you know, at the time would do anything to garner the attention that he really, really wanted. Sounds like somebody, you know. Hi, Steve. Now, this attention grabbing that he was trying to pull off, it didn't just stay on YouTube. Oh no. Oh no. It went to whatever friends, family, whoever he had on Facebook, because around this time he would start being a fool and posted his own bottles of piss on there. Don't know why. As I stated at the very beginning of this video, it's around 56 bottles, though it's been speculated that he has more. I'm not a pee expert, but his piss just looks so unhealthy, and I can almost guarantee you that it's all the Mountain Dew that he consumes. You know, and I have no idea why his mom would allow this into his house, so I guess we need to probably delve into that and figure it out, huh? So something had to go wrong here somewhere, somehow, to create a persistent, frustratingly strange individual, and a lot of people blame the internet, and yeah, you know, they wouldn't be wrong in that, but something is just making my brain itch, so I decided to delve a little bit deeper into, you know, his home life, about as deep as I could go with whatever content was given to me, whatever information I could even scrape up. But Tim's home life was pretty basic, and he was actually pretty sheltered. His mother, Patricia, whom I mentioned earlier, was and probably still is extremely sheltering of her son. From what I would gather, he was pretty much raised by his mother, as his father, who I believe's name was Jody, was a apparent juggalo, and this could be corroborated via his obituary that reads as such. At 47 years old, born on November 6, 1970 in Fullerton, United States, he passed away on July 11, 2018 in Sacramento, California, United States. It is with great sadness that the family of Jody Gable Legault, I don't know. One of you people in the comments is gonna figure it out, so you figure it out and let me know, alright? Since you're so smart. Jody Gable Legault announces his passing suddenly on Wednesday, July 11th, 2018, at the age of 47 years. Jody had a great love of music and was a very kind man. And Jody will be lovingly remembered by his children, Timothy and Michaela. And down at the bottom, you can see these pretty sweet messages from his family, except for one in particular that says this: "Whoop whoop, have a happy clown-ass funeral. John Wayne Gacy is better than ICP." Those darn dirty trolls. Even before his death, it's heavily speculated that Tim's dad left when he was very, very young, and thus his mother just had to raise him. And I'm just going to assume right here that if that's the case, then that's the reason that, she started clinging on to Tim and sheltering him so much, to the point to where he felt like he was being smothered. Tim really doesn't like his mom. She's basically the bane of his existence for some odd reason. Theoretically, all she wanted was what was best for her 26-year-old high schooler that was perpetually online, and she just wished to shield him from all the big bad words the trolls had to say to him. Sometimes sheltering a child can cause them to either be clingy in later life or, make them absolutely despise you, and it seems the latter is pretty much what happened. Following the death of his father, Tim would become a little erratic, to say the least. There was a point that he took an extremely long hiatus until 2020, where he would make an appearance in a now deleted video where he runs away from home on a skateboard, only for his mother to run up and eventually catch him. And then after that, Tim just kind of disappeared. It would seem that his mental health kind of was taking a toll because of this, and as if it wasn't already on a short spiral down, But it also seemed that his glory days on the internet were kind of over and done with, because he attempted to make a return in 2021, only to realize that it wasn't even the same, and, went on to claim that his mom rarely allows him to be on the internet anymore. In 2023, it seems that Tim was finally going to college, finally, after being in high school for so long. Anyways, he'd been given a laptop by the courtesy of the college and had a good 2 days back on Skype before making crank calls at his local 7-Eleven. His mom eventually found out, took the laptop and his internet access away once more. The last known interaction with Tim was July of 2023, when he made a small return to Facebook and posted yet a new photo claiming that he was in the process of collecting bottles of piss once again. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's the strange case of Tim Rench, or Seminoles, the gang that went pretty much nowhere, the man that collected piss and ultimately disappeared from the internet just as quickly as he appeared. I know this is a little bit shorter of a video. There really wasn't much to work off of with this guy, but I found him interesting, and he kind of tied in with Anderson Henderson, so I thought maybe I'd try to cover him just a little bit. I do have another documentary I'm working on that's going to be a doozy. Oh, Lucas Werner. So, if that excites you, stick around. If you enjoyed this video, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. I really couldn't have done any of this without you guys. So, make sure to hit that subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next episode of What If I'm Gonna Decide to Put Your Piss in My Bottle. God damn it. Have a good day.